Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Miles.
How y'all doing?
I mean, I'm doing fine. The one that's to my right, she has a bone to pick with you at the moment.
It sounds like somebody watched the latest episode of
Why? Why?
Before we get into the why, our wonderful host Macy has let me know that at the top of this, we get to take a picture together. So let's do all smiles before we scream at each other. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All
right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Perfect. Enjoy the chat.
Okay, let's get into it.
Is she coming back?
You know I can't tell you that. You know I can't tell you that. You know I can't tell you that. I'm sorry, but you have to know this. All the other writers would kill me if I said anything. You'll find out on the bright side. You will have a definitive answer in 1 week.
Definitive answer for sure.
Well, hold on. Let me think for a second.
Okay, look,
No?
I'm over here trying to assure her that Mommy Dearest is coming to save her. That's my theory.
Raven's
so far.
not saving her. Raven said you only get one.
Oh, I love hearing about theories. Theories are so fun. You sound like me and my friends talk about WandaVision over the past few weeks.
Oh, no. I couldn't even get into WandaVision. It was so sad for me.
I felt that. I was not into that first episode at all, and then I gave it a shot again, and I just jumped straight into the second episode, and I was like, oh, I really like this. And anyways, that's neither here nor there.
You ask him your questions while I brood.
Okay, well, you brood,
This is your right.
So I'm going to ask you a question, and it's going to lead, potentially, depending on your answer, into a second one.
Okay.
Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Hell yeah. It's been a very long time. Like I watched it when I was in college, so that was like over 10 years ago.
Okay.
It was a very long time ago, but yes, I've watched them both.
Not this question.
I'm going to beg with you right now. If she comes back as one of those grim hybrids, please, I'm begging of you, do not give us a Edward moment. I beg of you. My heart can't take that.
Do it.
Dude,
Do
I
it.
Remember.
Please.
Well, I'm getting conflicting answers here. Dude, I remember when I first watched that moment. Like, that's one of the few times I like audibly screamed at my television.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy, who was a couple years my senior, was showing it to me, and he knew exactly what was about to happen, and he laughed at my pain. Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, the moment that RWBY had the breakdown of they had silver eyes, that's when I came to the realization of Summer's with Salem, and she's been made into one of these, and no doubt she's her crowning masterpiece. And if I have that line come, I'm going to have my heart ripped out, and I'm going to go and do a fetal position.
Rip your heart out, please.
I like the idea of me taking this idea of yours and going back to the team, and then ages from now, when maybe we get something like that, you see Summer as like a grim thing, and then she goes Edward, and everyone's like, who the fuck's Edward? Why did she say Edward?
If it's Edward instead of RWBY, that's fine. I can deal with that.
If we ever go with that storyline, I'll just make her say Edward, and you'll be the only RWBY viewer that has any idea. Everyone will be like, what is?
And then I'll just go,
RWBY's real name? I don't. What is that?
Copy and paste this YouTube video link, and I knew before all of you.
There we go. I love that theory. I love this idea.
Do you have another one yet, dear?
No, I'm still brooding.
You're still brooding? Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. So then my second one. Are we going to be seeing more of Raven? Like anytime?
Yeah, it's a spoiler question. I can't talk about what maybe. I can talk about what has come now and some thoughts about that. But the other writers would kill me.
He thinks Raven's going to save Yang out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In a favor for Ty.
Oh.
Because if everybody gets one. Okay, possibly. Let's go with what has come then.
Okay.
Has Ironwood always been this way? Or has he been because to me, he's coming off full fascist dictator. He has crossed that border earlier this season. And as a twist into that, if he has always been this way, has it just been suppressed just because everything has been going, relatively speaking, swimmingly up to this point? And did Salem finally just break it?
So to say that, I think it would be disingenuous to say that he's like always been this way, but the seeds have always been there. Like if you go back and look at every conversation that Ironwood has with people back to like volume 2, everybody's calling him out on like, you don't trust anyone but yourself. You always overreact to things. Even like Jacques calls him out in volume 4, I believe, where he's like, you're like, I can't remember the line right now off the top of my head, but Jacques essentially like, you're going to do whatever you want to get what you want. Like the council doesn't matter. Like you're running this thing. All of them are right. I think to your point, yeah, because I think Ozpin is the type of person that tries to always see the good in people to combat his own issues with trusting others and his own issues with the amount of times that he's been let down. I think Ozpin pushes himself to do the uncomfortable and try to bring out the best in people. And I think Ozpin always felt, so long as I'm always around, I can help the best of James Ironwood come out. And I think that gets tested in volumes 2 and 3, where like Ironwood is hiding Penny for him and all these other things. And like, unfortunately, Ozpin goes away. The world gets worse, and then the world gets worse, and then the world gets worse. And I think Ironwood just continues to stick to his guns of like, I'm the only guy I can trust. And like, even though he maybe hated to admit it, Ozpin was another guy that I could have trusted, but he's gone now. And his moral compass is just all out of sorts. And so I think that I don't think he was always fascist dictator mode. I think that the insurmountable stress that he's been under since the fall of Beacon, and things continuing to go wrong, and him feeling as though that he has to be the man that holds up Atlas, and feeling as though he cannot admit vulnerabilities when so many people are saluting to him and looking to him for guidance. I think he became his own worst enemy and convinced himself that power is power. And it's not. And I think like I said, I don't think he's quote always. Obviously, he's never been as bad as he is at this point, but those seeds were always there. Sadly, he's one of my favorite characters.
He's definitely complex. He
breaks my fucking heart. He breaks.
You guys
my
have
heart.
done phenomenally with his entire character arc.
Thank you very much.
I at first did not see him go like. Don't get me wrong. I saw at first him becoming like a. Not so much an anti-hero, but like in that mold, like very closed off and just guarded, more of a, for lack of a better term to put it in an RTS thing, he's playing like the turtle game. Play with our defenses and let everything else go on around you.
Why couldn't he have died this
season? I think you know why he couldn't have died, since you know. That just reminded me of that, but you can't tell anything about that with Jacques dying.
Oh, yeah, Jacques done bit the dust.
Oh, you can confirm that?
He did. Oh, I mean, he's going to get vaporized.
Okay, well,
Jacques done so. Jacques off the board. He got BFG'd.
I assumed. Well, I saw him get BFG'd, but I assumed it was okay because of the prison cell and everything. That was going to dull the impact, where it was just going to be daddy's knocked out and his daughter's having.
Oh no! I mean, at least I don't have to worry about funeral expenses.
I mean, that's
funeral expenses, divorce proceedings. Yeah, it's all taken care of now. Thanks, Ironwood.
Exactly. At least he was good for something.
Good
there
guy.
You go.
All right, easy question, since you took all my hard ones. If Jaune could have any other semblance than what he has, what would you like him to have?
What would I like him to have, or what would he like to have?
You, since you're his voice actor.
Sure. I think it would be fun if I'm going off of pre-existing semblances. I actually, fittingly, I do think Pyrrha's polarity would be great, because then you turn that paladin-ass shield into a Captain America type situation.
Oh, snap.
And bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I think, like, essentially, Pyrrha, like, him adopting Pyrrha's style of like her having her shield and her spear, like if he were to do that with a sword and like kind of augment his shield a little bit, I think that could be a lot of fun. I also think he would use it for just like a lot of small things of just like, I like the idea of him keeping little pieces of metal like sewn into his clothes so that every time he trips, he can ride himself again.
I mean, that's more Jaune than anything.
Yeah.
I'm never going to fall again.
Take that. Then he walks by an actual like big giant magnet. It's just like, ah.
Thanks.
The obvious question, the shipping question. Who would you ship him with?
I would ship him with RWBY. If I wasn't like as a non-writer of the show, I think that could be. I always liked the idea of the two leaders. You know, that could be kind of cute.
You want him with like Crater Face?
It's so funny. I did a bunch of I did some duo talks with Kara. It's from day one. Kara has always shipped Weiss and Jaune, and it's just like, just make it happen, which I think is so funny since Jaune is constantly foot in mouth in those early volumes.
More than
goodness.
All right. Another question I have. I don't know if you can answer it or not.
Okay.
Are in this volume or the next one, because I know this volume is slowly closing up, are we going to get to see Sun and Neptune come in anytime soon?
I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. But we do know that, right? They are in Vacuo, so and there's hope.
That's where Sun's from. So
there's definitely hope.
You just want to see Sun come back, and I just want to hear Michael yelling.
No, I am a Neptune fangirl. I want Carrie.
Hell yeah. Give me more Shawcross every day.
We do. I need Carrie. Come on.
I just want to hear Michael yell incoherently into the microphone.
That's because you're Michael's spirit animal.
We all are from some point in time. We all channel that hate.
He's Michael's. He says I'm Lindsay's. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm being her spirit animal right now because I was depressed for quite some time after that episode.
Oh, gosh. Well, there's still another one. There's still more roller coaster ride left.
Yeah.
I want off this coaster.
Stop the ride. Just load up some episodes of RWBY Chibi and just like detox.
Nothing bad happened.
I need to find some snowbird stuff. Hold on. Oh goodness.
I just because you and I actually talked a couple of months ago. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the session with me or this wonderful background.
I was out getting the red beef jerky.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
And just since then, because you said one thing to me that stuck with me. You said this was a heavy volume. And
did I lie?
No, you have not lied yet at all.
Well, there's one more bit of heaviness, hopefully some fun, some craziness, and I hope you'll forgive me and enjoy.